Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mmesomj and I'm a Nigerian content creator and YouTuber. But if this isn't your first time and you're an OG subscriber, welcome back. If this is your first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button below and give this video a thumbs up. So by the title of this video, you already know what I'm going to be speaking about. I planned my wedding myself. I was basically my wedding planner. I literally did everything from beginning to the end. And in this video, I'm going to be dissecting every single thing I did while working under a budget, how I created a checklist, made my outfits, makeup, hair, photography, every single thing you can think about that you need to make a wedding successful. I'm going to be talking about it in this video. Get your pen, get your paper, your book, whatever, and start jotting down because I'm about to be dropping real gems. Okay, let's get right into this video. Before you start planning, you need to have a checklist. I literally wrote down every single thing I wanted to do. I have this notes app in iPhone, yeah, so I did everything on my notes app. I also like jotted down some things, got a book, literally, and then that was even what I'm using to make this video. Like the things I jotted down are things I'm going to use to make this video, literally in my book. So make a checklist, and as we proceed, just be writing down those things. Okay, so if you're a 2024 bride and you're trying to have a wedding on a budget, you have literally 4 months to the end of the year, or let's say about 5 months, not up to 5 months to be honest, between 4 to 5 months to plan your wedding. So if you still want to plan your wedding now, this is the right time. I started planning my wedding towards the end of January, and my wedding was in June, so I roughly had between 4 to 5 months to plan my wedding, and that's exactly what I'm going to tell you about today. So the first thing I did was to pick a wedding date. Once you pick a wedding date, you have to now start working towards that wedding date. I wanted my wedding to be off season. I didn't want like too many people getting married around the time I was going to get married. For example, my parents wanted us to get married in April, which was Easter. You know, Igbo people now coming home and all of that. I was like, no, ain't gonna happen. And then I picked June, and June was like raining season. People hardly ever threw outdoor events. But thank God on my wedding day, it was clear, bright blue skies for my traditional wedding and my civil wedding. So the first thing, like I said, pick a wedding date. Pick one that would be okay for your family, your friends, something in line with their schedule, so that as many people as you want would be able to attend. Also know the number of guests you would be expecting. For us, the trad was like an open invitation. Everybody was invited. I really didn't care who came or who didn't come. But my civil wedding was like close family. We barely had 10 to 20 people coming. Yeah. Next is venue. So for venue, for our traditional wedding, we use my father's compound. It's big enough. You know how Igbo people build their houses on a large expanse of land, so there was like space inside and space outside for people to sit. So we didn't book a wedding venue, it was like outdoors. Then for civil wedding, we found this page on IG, I think ENQUIRIES weddings, where they do like packages for you. You can come with some amount of people, like 6 to 20 people, and each package is divided by the number of guests. So we picked like the package that had like 8 guests because we're not expecting a lot of people, and there was a little hall where the registrar will come and officiate the marriage, and that's it. So that was what we did. But when we got there, the hall wasn't used, and we ended up doing it outdoors under like a tent. But it was even more beautiful because it had like greenery. Initially I wanted to do our wedding in a garden, but I looked at the expense vis-a-vis how many people were coming, and I decided, nah, we won't go to spend that amount of money. Let's just do it in a little hall. And I still got my dream at the end of the day, because the backdrop of the tent was just like greens, trees, grasses, and sunlight. So that was really good. I think that's it for the majority of things. Have I spoken about videographer? Yes, I already booked my photographer and videographer. So the thing with these people is that there are different categories of videographers and photographers. You will not have a budget of 500k and say you want to book Beach, or you want to book Nicola Day, like all those popular top wedding photographers. You don't have that kind of budget and want to book them. who are you? So I would say pick one within your budget. We found someone who could shoot both the wedding videos for the trad and the wedding videos for civil, and photographs for both trad and civil together. And so we got like a discounted rate for both events. So I would say if your events are close to each other, you can book one photographer and get those events booked together and booked at a lesser rate than when you book them separately, if you get my vibe. Yes, so we already did that, and that was really good. Photographs came out nice. The next thing I did was to find wedding vendors. So for wedding vendors, I had no idea who I wanted to use aside from like photography and makeup. I already knew the vendors I wanted to book. So I went on IG, I checked Bella Nigeria Weddings, Igbo Weddings, Ibanko Nigeria, Mmesomj, like all those popular wedding, traditional or white wedding pages. I went through all of them, looked at their vendors, and tried to find one within my budget. So for makeup, I already found someone, and then that person also helped me find someone to rent beads from. So I literally just cleared beads and makeup and gele. She found the gele artist, so that was done in like no time. Photography also came with his own videographer, so that was done for the photography part. Picking your vendors is very important. You can ask your relatives who have gotten married before, your friends, your parents, literally anyone you know who can recommend a very good vendor, because you do not want that day to go wrong. You need someone you can trust, people you can trust, people you're sure that okay, they are here to do their work, get paid and go back home, not the ones that you'll be fighting on your wedding day. No. That day is just for you and your husband to enjoy. Next thing is outfits. For me, I wanted outfits that are colorful, trending styles, but I also had a specific budget. So what I did was I found someone who like makes really good clothes, and she's very good. My sister's friend recommended her to me. Like I said, always ask your family and relatives for people that are really good. And she's not like very big like IG vendors big kind of thing, but she's good and she's growing. So I found that, and she was within my budget, and I basically created the styles with her and everything. But for the sourcing of the materials for the dresses, the laces and everything, I went to the market with my mom. I went to Palogo Market. Palogo Market is a gem. That's literally anything you're looking for in this Lagos, you'll find in Palogo Market. That's what I always tell people. So all my laces, I got it from Palogo Market. The hand fans, the colorful hand fans, Palogo Market. Purses, shoes, jewelry, what else? My gele, I made it into an auto gele. That saved me a lot of money, because I tried to reach out to a gele artist and she was like, it's 50k just to tie my gele. I was like, no. So I got it done in Palogo Market. If I tell you how much I got it done, you will laugh. And it's the same like material, the same quality of whatever, the same quality, and I did it for 3,000 naira per headgear. So I did like 2 or 3, and it was 3k, and it was done in an hour or 2. Like I literally dropped the material, went to buy other stuff, came back and picked it up and went home. So that's how you can save money on those things. So I got everything from Palogo. And you know, some of these IG vendors, there's nothing wrong with buying from IG vendors. Like I said, this video is for people who want to plan their wedding on a budget. Go to the Palogo Market, source it, and come on IG and double up the price. Fine, that's your profit, that's good. But if you have the time, please go to Palogo Market. It's literally easy. There are people to direct you. Just be careful of where you're going to. In terms of those people that are directing you, obviously have their cuts from the seller. The thing is, I didn't really take a lot of people's contacts, but for some contacts I have, I'll probably drop them on the comment box. Or if you have any questions or anybody you would like to contact, just drop them in the comments and I'll be responding to you. So that's it for clothes. My husband too, the same thing. We bought his materials from the market, and then we found a designer that was within our budget and within our area, so it's easy for us to go for fittings and not be like traveling from one state to the other, literally. Next thing is picking your makeup artist, hair, barber. I literally already said that. So I would advise you to pick based on referrals for makeup artists. So something happened during my wedding. I'm not going to go into details, and the makeup artist nearly ruined my day. It was almost a mess. And the reason why I picked this person was because we had a previous relationship in university. I'm not even going to mince my words. She literally almost ruined my day. Thank God, because I'm a child of God and God does not forsake his children. I would say pick someone who you probably don't have a relationship with, or who you have a relationship with and you've worked previously with this person on several occasions, and this person, you're sure the person is sane. Because some people are out there moving mad and they're literally not sane. I picked this person because I felt we had some kind of familiar relationship, but that didn't work out. Pick someone within your budget. If you know that your budget for your makeup is 50k, 100k, 150, find someone within your budget. Find someone that is very good, that will be willing to adjust things that you would, maybe she tries on an eyeshadow and you don't like it, that person will be willing to change the eyeshadow look or change your lipstick looks or touch up your makeup. Find someone you can work with, that's what I would say. But that was for my traditional marriage in the East. But for my civil wedding, I learned my lesson and I picked someone I had already known, that had done my makeup on several occasions. Very good vibes, very good babe. I'm going to put her handle here, go patronize her. She's really good, and she did my makeup. I was looking stunning. Like, I've not posted my wedding videos yet, but by the time I post to you, see how good I looked. She did that. Then for hair, for my trad, I started to do it in the East in a salon. I literally just did it the day before my wedding so that on that day I would have more time for makeup and pictures. I did like a ponytail updo with a bun on top, and it was so beautiful. He's a hairstylist in Oka. It's the first time I was using him. He was very professional, did my hair in no time. I loved my look. Definitely, if I ever go to Oka again, I'm going to patronize him. I'm going to go to his salon. Then for barbing, my husband already had like someone he already uses and does a good job. I'm going to go back and emphasize and reiterate on this. For your makeup artist, your hair, your barber, people that would like literally build your face that day, make sure you're using people you've tried before, people you've worked with, or people that someone close to you or a friend or your sister has referred you to, just to be on the safe side so you will not cry that day and ruin your day or something like that. God forbid, I don't pray for that for anyone. The next thing we did was to find accessories, rings, bouquet, veil. So for my rings, my husband handled that. We got that from someone here in Lagos. Then I would say, if you don't really have a big budget for rings, buy something within your budget and try as much as possible not to overspend. You can always upgrade your wife's ring or your husband's ring. Both your rings can always be upgraded later in your marriage. If you can't afford a diamond ring now, don't kill yourself. You can buy it later in your marriage. If it's cubic zirconia you can afford, buy it. If it's what do they call this other one, moissanite, buy it. Whatever you can. If it's just a plain silver band, buy it. Nobody's going to come that day and be checking your ring and say, ah, this your ring is not, it's fake or it's original. Nobody. Everybody's just there to come and have fun. Simple and short. Then for my bouquet and veil, because it was a civil wedding, I wasn't really going for a very complicated look. I ordered them from Shein. I have a personal shopper, so she helped me order them from Shein, delivered it to Nigeria, and that was how I got it. And if you want the links, I'll be putting them in the description box, or you can just leave a comment and I'll send you the link directly. Okay, so we're moving into the wedding, like the wedding proper. So for decor, food and cake. For decor, my mom found someone in the East and we did decor for our traditional wedding. We didn't do any decor for our civil wedding. So for the traditional wedding, the person who did the decor also did the cake. I left my mom to handle that part. I left her to negotiate and bargain with the vendor. I was so happy with what we got in the end because she just gave us something within our budget, and at the same time it was really, really good. For the food, I also left it for my parents to handle. I really don't know what went on with the food because I literally didn't even eat that day. I was just up and down, dancing, coming out to dance. It was a lot going on. I'm sure I didn't eat anything on my wedding day. I'm not going to lie. I didn't eat any food. I probably tasted the cake, but that was it. And then I drank a bottle of malt. I didn't eat any food. I don't know why. I wasn't hungry. I just wanted to go and lie down and sleep. I was just tired. But for food, my parents handled that. They bought the ingredients themselves, the meat, veggies, everything, while they hired the cooks and caterers to come and cook the food. So that saved them some money, cut a lot of costs, because some of these vendors, you can't really trust them. You give them money and they'll go to the market and just buy what they want to buy and pocket the rest of the money. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. For music and band and MC, my dad handled that. He had like a friend that does MC, and the MC also brought a band, and to be honest, my dad did a very good job. Everything was smoothly done that day. The music was great, the band was great, the MC was Hotels. So for my traditional wedding, we booked out a hotel which was about 45 minutes from my village. It wasn't in my village, but it was a very good hotel, very nice hotel. Why we booked out that hotel was because the hotel was really beautiful. It was going to give us a very nice backdrop for our pictures, and they didn't charge us anything extra to take pictures in the hotel. So during my civil wedding, when we wanted to book a hotel, they told us that we're going to pay about 100k or 150k to take pictures in the hotel. Meanwhile, we already lodged in the hotel. I feel like it's a thing Lagos hotels do, because nowhere in the East have I ever lodged and they asked such an amount from me. And it wasn't just one hotel. I tried 2 or 3 other hotels and it was the same thing. So I literally found another hotel in Victoria Island. It's a bit old, but everything has this classy British architecture. It's called the Crown Palace, Victoria Crown Palace. I can't even remember the name, but it was a very nice hotel. The manager was so good. The hotel space was giving like elopement vibe, because I really wanted like elopement vibes for our civil wedding, and it was the perfect hotel. It was giving this old English city hall vibe, and that was what I wanted. So yes, book a hotel within your budget. Book one that is close to your wedding location, your wedding venue. You won't want to be transporting yourself for 2 hours, 3 hours on your wedding day. You'll be stressed out. And for transport, we booked our flights way months before our wedding day. So we're going to travel to Imo State, but we went through Anambra because my side of Imo State is like literally next door to Anambra. So we booked our flights in April or March, and for June. So we booked our flights 2 or 3 months earlier than our wedding day. It was good because you get lower rates when you book that early. And if you can't afford flights, you can book all these Sienna buses, or go to the motor park and book a bus specifically for your wedding guest or for you and your family to travel. It's way more private. You can use the bus throughout like the entirety of your stay at that point, and the same bus is going to bring you back, so it's even safer. And yeah, you guys just get to be together. It's basically what I'm going to say. So we did that too for guests that were coming from other parts of the country to the east, while those who could book and afford flights booked their flight. For souvenirs, we didn't really plan to do any souvenirs, to be honest. Like I said, we wanted a small, intimate budget wedding. My mother-in-law handled like the souvenirs, and then my mother-in-law's sister also did like pens. My mother-in-law did jotters, books, and it was good. That was what we gave our guests as souvenirs. These are not part of the checklist, but there are 2 important things that you need to know. One thing is the power of negotiation. You have to negotiate. If you're working with a budget, negotiate. If I know that, okay, what I have for this thing is 100,000 naira, it's not going to pass 100,000 naira. If I can beat it down from 100,000 to 80 or 70, best believe I'm going to do that. So if you're working with a budget, try to negotiate prices with these vendors. Some of them will be willing to negotiate. If their budget does not align with yours, then move on to another person. You'll definitely find somebody. You just need time and patience to search for the perfect vendor for you. And the last thing is delegation. You can't do everything on your own. Forget what I said at the beginning of this video, that oh, I did everything from not every single thing. I had my sisters helping me. I had my mom, and for our Yoruba outfits, my mom-in-law sourced that. Some other things, like I literally delegated the ones I could delegate to them. When I went to Balogo Market, my mom was the one who followed me. She negotiated and bargained with the market vendors, and it saved me a lot of stress. I was still very stressed because planning a wedding yourself is not an easy task. I was still very stressed, but I would have been more stressed if I tried to do every single thing on my own. So I got people to help me out. By people, I mean my family and my relatives. I'm not sure I got anybody that wasn't my family or relative to do any other thing, because obviously I was trying to keep the budget together. Another thing you can also do is security. My mom-in-law has contacts in the police, so they sent some of their manpower to our traditional wedding just for security purposes. But for our civil wedding, we didn't have any security around. It was in a military barracks, so what better security than the military barracks? We had our civil wedding at Giwa Barracks in Ikoyi. So it's literally a military base, so there was no need for security. So for my future brides and my future grooms, hope this video was really helpful for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, please drop them down below in the comment box. I'll be answering all your questions. If you need any more tips, let me know. If you need me to make more detailed videos, let me know. Just send your request to my comment box. And thank you for watching this video. If you finished watching this video and you're not yet subscribed, click the subscribe button now. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.